Oh, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are live with Duel Links Team Wars Season 10, week number 6. We have a matchup between the Legends and the Pharaohs. So a little bit of information about these teams. The Pharaohs are currently coming in undefeated, 5-0 coming into week 6. And they have, I believe, a plus 17 round differential. The Legends coming in unvictorious, and they have a mildly negative round differential. It's not a big deal. They're going to do excellently today, and I wish them best of luck, at least to both teams anyway. Let's see. Yo, Bofty, what's good? May I very well might, but I don't have the camera on today, my friend. Yo, Egad, how are you doing? So Pharaohs plus 18, and the Legends minus 16 currently. That's all good, though. Alright, it is now 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That means both of these teams can get started, hop on the table. So new ban list is in effect. Alright, I wonder what we're going to see here. It looks like the starters are supposed to be Super Peace and Carrot. Should be cool. Carrot, I know, is a top 10 at the very least KC Cup champion. He might have even won one. I'm not entirely sure. Egad says Season Pharaohs. It looks that way so far. I do wonder, you guys in the chat that are here already, any decks that you're excited to see today? Do you think there's going to be any interesting decks coming through? Any of the new support? Pendulums? Melodious? Yo, thank you for the follow, Shiny. Alright, looks like we got Peace versus Carrot. Peace going to be the top player. Oh man, I don't gotta change a thing. No, Peace is gonna be bottom player. I do gotta change a thing. Alright, let's see what these guys started with. We got a Yubble versus a My Valentine. So Yubble, you have to suspect Thunder Dragons. You heard Pendulum Ice Barriers has been making waves. Is that a joke about them being the water attribute, Egad? A volcanic wall to get things going. He mills a Chaos Betrayer, a Hawk, and a Roar. I mean, he can summon that straight away. It's an instant level 6. That's actually an instant rank 6 if he wants it. As the Thunder Dragon Roar will... Spent all night workshopping. Really nice, bro. Alright, so Thunder Dragon Roar will be able to special summon a Thunder Dragon monster from the deck. So he could choose another level 6 to go right beside this Chaos Betrayer. And go straight into a rank 6 play to start things off. Can Carrot. My playing on a wood tabletop. Fun fact, this wooden tabletop is actually the same one she used to steal the room from Rex on the cruise to Duelist Kingdom. You know, so he's going to go straight into a Bouncer, Thunder Dragon Hawk from the hand, bring out the floating Thunder Dragon Roar, and one set card in the back row. That is a solid opening from Carrot. Any new decks I've been enjoying? Yes, I do like a couple of the Pendulum decks. They're fun to play. Perfumer going to use the Harpy's Hunting Ground, pop that back row card. It is a breakthrough skill, not going to get a search unless there is a quick play spell like a Swallow's Nest, but the chain is going to resolve. I have been enjoying the Pendulum cards. I like using Stratos alongside Ether. I think those are a really good combination of cards, is because when you Pendulum summon them, you can chain block and set their effects off in whatever order you please. So if you need to chain block spell trap removal, you can do that. And if you need to chain block monster removal, you can do that too. I would like to test Yosenju's more, but like you can't do it against the AI right now because they put the pendulums in the pendulum zones because of the campaign, and it's actually driving me nuts, dude. I really don't like it. Solo chooses to mill the dark there. Just gonna go in straight like that. I mean, you have to suspect that face down there could be like a Book of Moon or something. It's a Fiendish Chain. I suppose if it was a Book of Moon, he probably would have let the Perfumer get a search even. 2,300 damage total coming in for Carrot. Going to leave Peace at 1,700, but he's still got 4 cards in hand after that draw. Underground pops the newly set card. It's another breakthrough skill. And Chandler going to end up not being able to get its effect off either. Another set, and just going to go into the battle phase. I guess he wants to take out that Batteryman Solar. It's got to be scary for Peace, man. I mean, I don't know if Carrot plays Gaia Charger in his extra deck, but he could just overlay that Bouncer, not even worry about Fiendish Chain. No, he's going to Tribute Summon Thunder Dragon Dark. He could go in, push for lethal right now. Chaos Betrayer going to come out once again. Solar and Dark, so we can get a search. He didn't use the Dark effect. It's just, you might think it's inconsequential for him to try to banish the Perfumer, but that could come up big in a rest situation. Oh, he can even special summon. Because he discarded his cost, he can even special summon the Harpy Lady 1. Golly. And he's going to be able to pop that Volcanic Wall. He's totally on the defensive now. Let's take a look at that graveyard for Carrot. Yeah, it looks like he still could threaten lethal here with an M7. Yeah, Thunder Dragon Hawk to hand. Poor Volcanic Wall did nothing wrong. Rank 6 at Seeds is going to go into the Constellar M7. In my opinion, this is one of the best extra deck cards in the entire game. So versatile. This is looking really solid for Mr. Carrot right now. And Roar goes in for lethal, and that is an early lead for the undefeated Pharaohs. Carrot up a game, and the Legends will be losing a deck here. So an early lead from Pharaohs with Thunder Dragons. Still one of the sackiest decks in the format, even with like double aloof. Ban list is applied here. Piece back on the table. Let's see if there was any repeats or anything. He's back off the table. Has anybody else been annoyed by that though? Like when you go into an auto duel, like you go into a duel against the AI, that there's always pendulum zones there, so you can't test out like how an actual pendulum deck would play before you like head straight to the ladder. Luckily, I'm unbeatable, so I can do whatever I want on the ladder. But like, I just imagine for somebody who wants to test the deck first that could be really difficult. Piece back on the table, ready to take down Carrot. He's loaded up with Yami Yugi this time. So Carrot going to be playing the Lightsworn variant of Thunder Dragons. Makes a lot of sense with Fiend Farewell. You want to mill that Chaos Betrayer, which he did with Volcanic Wall in the last game. But nice to see a Raiden come out here to confirm our suspicions. Onslaught of the Fire Kings. We got Fire Kings versus Thunder Dragons. Hand traps versus hand traps. Special summons a Barong from the deck. Two Barongs do not make a Bright. Am I right? Gonna go into the Fire King Avatar Arvata. And that's gonna be Battle Phase, so no Exceeds plays, nothing like that. Just gonna swing in on Raiden. Raiden them panty drawers. And if this is Allured by Darkness, which you have to suspect it's Fiend Farewell, but if it was Allured, he just gave it to him. Yeah, how big brain would that be from Carrot? Shows off the Chaos Betrayer and all the Lightsworn and Volcanic Wall stuff, and then whole time Allured. It's like, yeah. Yo, Troop! Thanks for the follow, man. Charge of the Light Brigade after thinning the deck of the Chaos Betrayer. My man said Stego Cyber and Parry Knights. Another Raiden them panties coming out. Fire King Avatar Arvata has the option to pop a fire monster in the hand. We know he has at least one. He did search a Garunix off of that Barong. He just has to decide, is this the moment to use it? He says no, and he lets him mill a Solar and a Dark. So that's a lot of light and darks. You got the Betrayer, the Raiden, Stego Cyber, Battery Man, and the Dark. So Dark can get a search. Parry Knight can look awesome. Stego Cyber can look like a magic card for some reason. Every time you see TD think like this, you always have to think, like, do they have a path to lethal? Are they planning this out? Are they making this, like, perfect play map in their brain before they commit to the board? Remember, too, if he had a Levianeer in the hand, Arvata can be chain blocked easily by the Darkened Grave. But maybe you want that Dark Search too, and you're like, oh, you know, I'd actually prefer you negate the Levianeer. He is gonna banish 3 monsters from the grave. He's gonna go into Levianeer, and it was a light and 2 darks. So Chain Block is gonna go off. He's going to negate the Thunder Dragon Dark. So no search for you, Carrot. Like a carrot dangled in front of his nose. Chaos Betrayer going to banish the Roar he just put in the grave. Roar, of course, having used its effect already, banishes the Fire King High Avatar Garunix. Raiden going to mill now. He does hit a breakthrough skill. That could be really big. And he doesn't swing into the Arvada. Doesn't want to give him a Barong Search. It just feels Barong. Going into the battle phase. Going to take down the Raiden. Dark in the end phase. Fuel up the grave a little bit, thin the deck, and we did know that was one card in his hand, so it was one mystery card, I believe, in Carrot's hand. I don't know if we've seen it. You have to suspect when somebody plays a Raiden hand the Lightsworn. It is a tuner. They're probably playing Vermilion Dragon Macaroni. Vermilion is a level 9, so I don't know if there's any math whizzes in the chat, but I think this checks out. Yo, Hypebeast, what's going on, my guy? Raiden banishes cost. Going to go in on that back row. Will you be negated by Arvada? We don't know a whole lot about Peace's hand at the moment. We can only piece together a few things. Breakthrough skill from the grave, of course. But a Book of Moon will stop the Arvada from being targeted. No, he's going to Book of Moon the Vermilion. I guess, yeah. I guess you would, wouldn't you? Not a whole lot of sense of activating it if you're going to get it blown up anyway, right? And not activating it, rather. Thunder Dragon War, we do have a rank 6 play. M7. That is a juicy grave. Dark Hawk, Betrayer, and then Paradise. Just sitting there as an Earth monster. Just gonna pass the turn like that, leaving Arvada to live another day. Yo, Ishii, how are you, my dude? I've been doing well. Happy to be back casting Timor semi-frequently. M7 gonna activate. Yeah, same, man. Honestly, a lot of work. Arvada's thinking about whether or not he wants to negate this. I mean, that does imply, if he's thinking this hard, that he definitely has a hand trap, and he's trying to think, can he kill me through, whether it be a Kite Roid or a Sphere Karibo? Battle and Boxer Veil. Just finished TD and they got it. I think I got a slap on the wrist. Arvada is going to activate. Let's see what he blows up from his hand. Does he have another Garunix? M7 successfully negated. Chain does resolve, and it is indeed a Fire King High Avatar Garunix. But Betrayer just going to come right back out once again and do the same thing he did last time. Banish the Garunix from the grave. Carrot just seems a step ahead right now. Like, Ishii, if we're watching this, we think Thunder Dragon's doing just fine. Barong still in the graveyard here, gonna normal summon the Parry Knights. And here comes the rank 6 Exceeds M7 number 2? M7 number 2, like it was even a question. I brought it back to the hand. Vermilion can flip back face up. Here comes a Banish 2. It's the Thunder Dragon duo. And that is 54 plus 28. Too much math. I can't do it. Oh my god, it's like 7,000 damage. Here comes the Veil. Gonna keep him alive. And that's Destiny Draw activated as well. Duo gonna get a little bit of juice on him. And 3,100, leaving him at 900 life points remaining. Piece will get Destiny Draw. Just need a note to replace. I think honestly just Light Sworn Engine, man. That's how I would have built it. That's how Carrot has seemingly built it. I think Light Sworns and a bunch of hand traps, and maybe an Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon just for being amazing. MST gonna hit one of the back row cards. Must be the new set. You'd have to suspect it is a breakthrough skill. Onslaught of the Fire Kings one more time. Well, that's awkward. So here comes the Fire King High Avatar Garunix, but he just put a breakthrough skill in the grave, so I mean, even on the next turn, Garunix could easily be negated. It does drop here. Here comes the Garunix. Let's see what happens. Breakthrough skill does activate for Carrot, going to negate that Garunix. And that's guaranteed lethal for Carrot. No two ways about it. Tribute summons. Oh, there it is! Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon. You can tribute summon this card by tributing one level 5 or higher monster. If this card is tribute summoned, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half that monster's original attack. So that alone would have killed him, and it was a guaranteed lethal over the Arvada anyway had he popped that Garunix. And also, can I point out that doesn't even target Carrot, moving the Pharaohs to 2-0 on the scoreboard and eliminating the first player for the Legends. So the Legends can move into the next player. Yeah, I think so too. Like I was very surprised that he hit a. Well, yeah. Anyway, I thought it was weird. He played it weird. I mean, you have to play Utopia Ray and Fire Kings, right? Like, you play all those hand traps, you can tailor the life point damage perfectly. And, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could play a Coach Soldier Wolfbark and just have a one-card, you know, tanky search anytime you need a Utopia Ray in a pinch. Also, Mike, how you doing, man? Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon is just so cool. We're going to have Philly coming through. That's the Philly special. Let's see what he's brought to take on Thunder Dragons. I mean, he's seen Carrot's build. I mean, I think the choice is fairly obvious now. He's already on the table. He's definitely the next player. You have to suspect that he's going to be bringing Gaia. It's a great deck for controlling the battle phase. Doesn't let your opponent activate hand traps, which Thunder Dragons is so known to use. And we did see the Carrot was playing the Stego Cyber as well, also turned off. No, it's the Reginald Shark Castle. He is bringing water to take on Thunder Dragons. Unless he plays Gaia on Reggie. Triple set, end the turn. Here comes Thunder Dragon Dark in the end phase. Is he just bringing this because it has Necro Valley in it? Is that it? He's just like, if I activate Necro Valley, he can't do nothing. Sarcasm, what's good? Cheering for the Pharaohs. Always for the underdogs. Hey there, Sarcasm. Oh man, disrespect. I didn't reset the decks for the Legends. Made it look like Philly was already down 2 decks. Rude. Nah, Philly is fresh, like a cheesesteak. Oh man, he's thinking hard. Carrot, a very talented player, very deliberate in his moves. I haven't seen him make a single misplay, and he's controlled the match so well. I think they started out real strong. Alright, going straight into a Thunder Dragon Dark, so that burns the Hawk effect this turn, but if he has a Tribute Summon, he can get a search off this Thunder Dragon Dark. That's exactly what he's going to do. It's Dark for Dark. Thunder Dragon Duo makes his way to the board. No, from the hand to the board. Gonna try to force out some of the back row. It's a treacherous trap hole. No search off that Dark. So 2 Darks in the grave right now. Let's see if old Reggie boy can get his hands on a Necro Valley. There it is. I was going to say a monster starter like a Diva or a Buzzsaw Shark. Let's see how Carrot plays through this Necro Valley. If he can at all. I mean, here comes Batteryman Solar. Batteries. Gets to dump another monster to the grave, but that grave is a dead resource right now. Hawk effect activating once again. Here comes a Thunder Dragon Dark, I presume. Dark on the board once again. A Solar token. So these are 3 different names. We saw this last night in a war, that a guy was summoning Trishula, Dragon of the Icebearer. The purple one. Obviously not the white one, because that one we don't have. But he was just doing that and getting Dark Searches off of it. Philly down to 900 life points. What is that back row, my guy? Can you get your hands on a Diva? Normal summons a Deep Sea Diva. There it is. Straight into the infantry. All of a sudden, it's not looking so hot for the boy Carrot, you know? Territory of the Sharks activates. Both monsters are now a level 4. Perfect for an Xyz summon. Or, in the old days, remember when we would summon a Gradle Dragon? Now that was a deck. A Biz Dweller. Yo, Barrels was good, dude. Thank you for the follow. Thinking long and hard about what to do with this Dweller. Activates the effect. Says, I don't even care. Do it in the main phase. Infantry. Pop a monster. He's gonna pop the Dark. No graveyard effect for you. Yo, Daffy D. It's good, man. 700 life points over the solar. Here comes Parry Knights, though. And that is no pop on that Dweller now. So he's only a Graveyard Effect negation and a bit of a boost for some waters. Going in deep with the Parry Knights. Book of Money. MST on the back row. Is it a breakthrough skill? Show me breakthrough skill. No, it's 100 Thunders. So until that Necro Valley is dealt with, that Necro Valley, the 100 Thunders is stuck there. No Roar bringing that back. That's what I'm talking about, Shiny. Alright, old Parry goes down. Till next time, Percival. Melody of the Awakening Dragon, discarding Chaos Dragon Levianeer for a Chaos Dragon Levianeer and an Odd Eyes Advance Dragon. So just going to pass the turn, sitting on a token. Nothing but a token between this man Carrot and a Dweller. This man's lurking in a cave, waiting to pounce on those delicious, nutritious LPs. Into a Marksman. This could be game right here. And that's going to be a scoop. Carrot doesn't even wait to see if he plays the infantry. What's it called? Is it called infantry? Heavy infantry? Is that what it's called? I don't know. Either way, Legends make their way onto the scoreboard, and it is 1-2. Still in favor of the Pharaohs. Bro, Odd Eyes is such a cool card. Out of all the cards that have made their way from the Arc 5 or Arc V era, I think Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon is like the coolest card, like in terms of text. In terms of like design, probably also Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon, man. It's so cool. Dude, it's like an Odd Eyes Dragon, but he's wearing Iron Man armor. Like, hello? Yeah, I'm actually really happy that we got a good free-to-play card. Because, like, we don't get enough of those. So often it's like, Book of Moon. Paid $300. I don't know. How much did it cost? Somebody tell me. Philly versus Carrot. Game number 2 between these gentlemen. Let's see if Carrot's second deck deals with... I would say it might. It looks like it's Harpies. I was going to say see if it deals with Water better. But Water's a back row deck going first against Harpies. And he is using Harpies Hunting Ground. 22 cards. This man is like a Channeler or a Perfumer and a Swallow's Nest away from just complete domination here. You can. I think we need less free-to-play cards. Yeah. Be more controversial, Heinz. What a hot take from Heinz Ketchum. I think we need good free-to-play cards for free-to-play people. Thank you. Send me money now. I said the thing. I said the best words. You guys have to vote for me. It's the best words. I said we need more free-to-play cards. Vote Heinz, best caster. Did a tremendous job. Alright, we are going to Exceeds Shokan right away. It's going to be Dweller. So, Dweller with an interruption. One set. Potentially 2 interruptions. And the Necro Valley says no rest for the wicked. Harpies are the wicked here. I think Yosenjus are a really cool deck. Harpy Oracle. Not the best normal summon you want to see, but he's targeted down that Necro Valley straight away. Oracle going to use its effect. Elephant Eagle Tits. Playing the Cyber Harpy Lady, not the Harpy Lady 1. Popping that back row, it is a Book of Moon. Swallow's Nest activates. This is kind of a precarious spot for Carrot, though, because now Swallow's Nest activates, he summons another Harpy, forced to destroy his own hunting ground, and Abyss Dweller still has a live pop with that infantry. Let's see how it works out for him, ladies and gentlemen. Harpy Perfumer makes its way to the board. And here comes Chainlink 2 Perfumer. Gonna get a search for maybe a second Elephant Eagle Tits. Says, yeah, Dweller this, nerd. One card still in hand for Philly, though. If he can make his way through this turn, he's still got a shot. Another normal summon Diva. That's all it takes, baby. We do know that Carrot is not playing Treacherous Trap Hole. Semi-limited Elephant Eagle Tits. So, they're both used. We got screenshot confirmation, don't you worry. Speaking of which, I do want to give a big shout out to the ref team. Sinosuke is our esteemed referee for this evening. And he's doing a great job behind the scenes. Make sure everything runs smoothly. Infantry activates. Going to pop that Harpy Lady. The Cyber Slash Harpy Lady straight away. But here comes the Feather Rest. So he hard drew the rest. Going to get one draw from his deck after shuffling in a bunch of Harpies. Gonna go Harpy Oracle, Cyber Harpy Lady, and Cyber Slash Harpy Lady. I do like to put back the Cyber Slash Harpy Lady because mathematically, it's better to have fewer monster cards in your deck in a situation like this so you can draw back row cards. See, if you shuffle back all the main deck Harpies, then he has one more chance in that deck to draw another monster that isn't going to help him out for the rest of this turn. So he says he needs a hunting ground more than he needs a rest or an Eagle Tits. Buzzsaw Shark in the hand. We did have to suspect that Buzzsaw Shark or a Diva was in the hand. He didn't set another back row card last turn. This is threatening lethal here, I believe. 3100 from the big guy drops the attack. So unless his back row is something good, Carrot could be in a lot of trouble. This Carrot might get a bite taken out of him. Is that Bahamut Shark? There's a Hope Wolf and Dragon Spider Shark. Let's see when the dust settles. It's Bahamut Shark. I thought he said let your tidal waves be felt in every ocean or whatever. Feel my tidal waves, bro. Full Xyz climb into Stevie Ray Lancer. Ray Charles Lancer. I think I just mixed up Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles for a second there. And I ended up with Stevie Ray, who's like Stevie Ray Vaughan, who's another singer, and he's a white guy. That doesn't make any sense. The hysteric party goes down. This isn't a very good party at all. And not going to be lethal. Harpy's hunting ground. Chenandler Bong. Is the back row something good? It's a treacherous trap hole. Let's see who targets here. It doesn't matter. Carrot just immediately scoops it up. Says, I don't care, bro. Do your thing. Tie game, 2-2. Nobody in the lead. And the Pharaohs are free to send in their next player. What did they bring for water? What are you doing, step bro? Update Philly losses so it updates the wins. True. Thank you, Jono. It's good, Ohaimi. How did the game go, Jaime? Is it all done? Is it all ogre? Defusion defeated Phoenix with a score of 10-6. Hey, congratulations, my dude. Was there ever any doubt, Ohaimi? Yo, how many Gaia did they bring? We made them regret not poaching Lordy back. True. But seriously, how many Gaia were there? Because like I tuned in about halfway through, and then I had to dip about 3/4 of the way, and it was just like Gaia after Gaia after Gaia. I was like, man, these guys really like dudes with horses going on to dragons a lot. I doubted my life decisions when I opened Chopina Mozart. Oh, dude, no. Oh, no. I mean, the only reason you run Mozarta is in case you open Chopina. 3+1 repeat. Oh, so I just happened to, like, come in at the end when it was, like, all Gaias. I just caught the Gaia stretch. Pharaohs taking a few minutes here to decide what to send in here against the Legends water deck. It's going to be MCS champ Nyx. Let's see what Nyx has brought today. We do know he won it yesterday with Luna Light. Is it a bluff? Zuzu Boyle. Bro. Could it be? Nyx gonna go first. Let's see if it is indeed the Melodious. Dog's coughing up a hairball in the background. Sorry, boys. I think Stats one time told me I had a 1% female viewership, so I said boys, even though statistically there could be half a woman in the chat. First movement solo, it's going to be Prismatic coming out, so we are going to see Melodious. Going straight into score, the Melodious Diva. It goes to the grave. Here comes Chopina, the Melodious Maestra. Melodious Nuts. Got him. Soprano, the Melodious Songstress. And a special summoned other one, Sonata, the Melodious Diva. Going into Bloom Diva, the melodious Chwire. We get an Animasian. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Look at him. Oh, shit. Look at that flower. Bloom. Spread those petals, girl. Heck yeah. Yeah, blow me a kiss. What's up? Alright, here comes the Bloom Diva Melodious Choir. And there's going to be no back row from Nyx. So just a little bit of a boosty boost right there. So if anybody is unfamiliar with Bloom Diva, the Melodious Choir, here's the text on this bad boy. Girl. Cannot be destroyed by battle nor card effects. Also, you take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. If this card battles a special summoned monster after damage calculation, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the difference between the original attack of that opponent's monster and this card. And if you do, destroy that opponent's monster. Triple set from the Wada Boy. So like Bloom Diva, in terms of like just straight monster threats, the only things are like things that can bounce you or banish you. Everything else, Bloom just laughs at. Hype, you've been a mod of this stream for probably 2 years. Alright, so he passes it over to Nyx after setting 3. Here comes the Mystical Space Typhoon. He hits a Book of Moon. That is a big deal. Book of Moon is a threat to Bloom Diva. He's going in on the offensive, hits him with the Sonata, hits him with the Bloom, doesn't go through, is another Book of Moon. That's exactly what could happen. Exceeds Dragon number 13. So as long as it's face down, its protection effect will not apply. It can be destroyed while it is face down. Just like all the girls in my life, you know what I'm saying? Heavy infantry coming through. Does he have the marksman though? He's got 2 infantries. Territory of the Shark. So he's going to go with a rank 4 Exceeds just like this. So that's a double pop. Hope Woven Dragon, the Spider Shark. Oh, he's like, I'm going to do some serious damage here, bro. Yeah, attack it face down. That'll help. Is he going to get the reduction? Now, keep in mind, if he reduces, it forces the pop of the Soprano. He's going to use the score in the damage step. Oh, my, or damage calc, rather. So, no infantry effect. He's just going to bring the infantry back from the grave. Oh, no. Oh, no. I mean, there was no way to know that he had a score in hand, is there? There was no way to know. How would you know? Tell me one way, chat. How would he have known? Here it goes, and that is game. Nyx with the newly christened Melodious. Newly added to the game, and that's MCS Champ Nyx. Up a game here. Philly Special drops a game. Pharaohs regain the lead. 3-2 scoreboard. He lacked critical information. Yeah, the problem with that Ohaimi, though, is that he normal summoned score and then added it back to his hand the very first turn. So, yeah, you only see the delay, but the fact that he knew it was there the entire time is a bit of an oversight. Philly loaded up deck number 2. Yeah, exactly, Dish. Like, not like he summoned it. Dragon roasting Ohaimi. Ohaimi catching strays from out of orbit for his opening hands. My gosh. I just decided setting 2 pass was the better play. Ohaimi, you're a genius. The IQ on this man. just desserts as Nyx finally has money for new decks. Yeah, that was the only reason he brought Luna, was because he couldn't afford anything else. It just so happened. Here comes Chopina, and this is why you run Mozarta. Adds the score to the hand. 4 score and 7 years ago. It's totally the best play. Nice. Brilliant. Well played, honestly. Fire Formation Tenkai. MST says, nah, don't be searching, bud. I wonder if this guy is going to be using Nyx's own Lunalight list against him. What are the chances of that? He sets a monster. That does not look like Fire Kings to me, kids. Let's see what we got. It is a Lunalight Yellow Martin. And not going to give him Destiny Draw. Interesting choice. Just passes the turn, does Philip. Here comes Sonata. Will Philly say, Sonata problem for me? Gosh, 1700, not going to trigger D-Draw like this. Does he have double Sphere Karibo or Sphere Karibo plus Temperance? 1 in defense. Chopina lands Nyx 2-0, the MCS champ. With a deck that I want to say counters his own deck. He just beat it. I mean, obviously that was a perfect counter deck, right? 4-2 on the scoreboard. Now Score can just end the game. That's a beautiful thing about Score, right? Like, we know it's in the hand, we know it's there, and it's just a matter of time. Any time you swing into it, it's a threat. Here to settle the score. Score says, I'm just being honest. Huh? Right, guys? Because honest is another hand trap that activates in damage calc. I don't mean to brag, but I'm a genius. So it looks like old Philly has left the room, and we're waiting on the next player from the Legends to come through. Imagine the intimidation factor. You walk up to the table and you see MCS champ, the reigning, and then he's also got a Bandit Keith icon, which implies that he's cheating. Fishy stuff, Nyx. Philly special in the match chat. I'll read what he just said. He goes, yo, that is busted in best of ones. Trying to count my outs in both decks, like, just Pepe smile. Just, great. Yeah, Score is a really tricky card to play around. I mean, there are obvious answers to how you defend against it, right? Like, and that's the beautiful thing about hold on one second. The beautiful thing about Melodious is that there's a couple threats, right? Like, not only do they have, you know, the quick play banish from the graveyards, they can reuse their Treacherous Trap Hole with Schuberta. Like, they have that problem, which is, you know, that's a good effect, and it's a great card, but it's not the primary threat. And then you have Score, which is always threatening, because you never know for sure if it's in the hand unless they summon it. And then if it is in the hand, what do? You have to get rid of it somehow. And then third, but not least, you have to deal with the fact that Bloom Diva can just completely shut down your deck. If you can't bounce or banish it, what do? Forbidden Scripture meta, says Blue Magic 95. Hello, Blue Magic. What's your name about? Do you make blue things disappear? Like, are you hooping Smurfs or something? I haven't used the term hooping in a while. It's a good word. If you guys wondering why I'm just randomly roasting somebody in the chat, Blue is one of my good friends, and he actually co-casted a game recently with me, but he told me to F off and he's not doing it again. So, all right, chat. While we're waiting for the next player from the Legends, let's see if Hines himself is a legend. I had this on a timer because I am looking for, and you guys can back me up on this. What the? Konami! Hello? Gosh, man. Oh, come on. That's just... They heard me, man. Is Blue allowed to cast this game? Let's see if the next player from the Legends has loaded up. Let's see what we got. It's MCS Champ Nix versus Hokem. Just in the nick of time. Zuzu Boyle versus My Valentine. So Zuzu going second here versus My. Harpy's hunting ground. I can see Harpies being a rough matchup for the old Bloom Diva. You know, they can bounce it. Bro, Conflicted, I actually had no idea who you were when you first hopped in the chat. And it confused the ever-living heck out of me. And I'm pretty sure I've put it together. But I hadn't seen you type in years. So I was real confused. Alright, here comes the Channeler off the Perfumer. Hokum says, sorry boys, I bricked. Here comes the Oracle. Also, I was going to ask Blue if he wanted to join me for this match, but I didn't think he'd be allowed to cast it. But I don't know if he's on active roster or not. That is 3 Harpies on the board right now. Correction, ladies and gentlemen, this just in. That is 2 Harpies on the board right now. Harpy's Feather Rest from the hand as well. He says, I'm drawing cards, bro. MCS Champ about to take the helm here. He says, hold my beer, I'm about to clip some wings. I imagine that's what he said. He said, pass the hot sauce, I'm about to eat these chicken wings. Does have to play around 1 set from Harpies. He has to play around 0 sets from Harpies. Mystical Space Typhoon. That's like breaking news every time I'm about to say something. Destroys the Book of Money. It's all about the money, money, money. And first movement solo. Straight into Sonata, the Melodious Diva. From Songstress to Maestra. Into Chopina. Chopina grabs the Sonata. Oh man, he's going for game ring, meow. Melodious Songstress. It's soprano. She's hitting them high notes. Sonata. Goes straight in like that. He's got the score in hand. It's over, man. It's over. Score the Melodious Diva. Drop that Harpy / Cyber, that one to 0, and that's game. Nyx moving the score to 5-2 really, really quickly here. The undefeated Pharaohs showing why, and Nyx streaking straight after an MCS win seems unfair. Fishy stuff, Nyx. I casted with Nyx last night for another match. It was Switcheroo versus Kazuki Reborn, and we had to talk about how funny it was that, you know, that the fishy stuff Nyx copy pasta, which is like 4 years old, it came up after his first MCS win when he beat a fish deck. Like, how perfect is that? Just poetry in motion. You can't write this stuff, gentlemen. And statistically, 0.68 of a woman. So the Legends will be using a repeat here. What's a pendulum effect? The pendulum monster is placed... Oh, nope, can't read it. We don't know. We'll never learn what a pendulum is now. Damn. Now that we have some teams going like 0-5, potentially 0-6, I want to see, like, coming into the end of Swiss where there's like there's no playoff chances. I want to see some like meme decks coming out from teams. Like, throw some wild cards in there. Just throw a monkey wrench right in the whole thing. Okay, good opening once again for Hokem. Going first, though, not ideal, as we just saw. Dropping the Harpy Chenandler Bong on the board. Going to special summon what I can only imagine is a Perfumer, because I like searching cards. It's a Perfumer. Oh yeah, I can smell it. It smells like fried chicken. Adds the Harpy's Feather Rest in hand. He must already have the Eagle Tits. Or he's just going to draw cards because he's nuts like that. Here comes Cyber / Harpy Lady. He does have 3 Harpies in the grave already. Here comes the rest. He says, take a break, ladies. Go back to your deck. You did good. It's like a Pokemon going back to its ball. He does that with Harpy Ladies. 1 set in the back row. 2 sets in the back row. And all of a sudden, things just got a lot trickier for Nyx. 3 sets in the back row. That's a triple set. Yeah, MST that, nerd. That's what he says. Activates first movement solo straight away. It's the first move he made. Going with score. Risky play from Nyx here, actually. If you ask me. Let's see what happens here from Hokem. He does actually activate some from Songstress to Maestro, which you can't respond to. I was thinking, you know, if you book that, you can't use the skill on a face-down monster that doesn't have a name, you know what I'm saying? So then, like, what's score doing on the board? Nothing, right? But now he gets it back to his hand. Let's see what happens. Is there a Fiendish Chain? Something to prevent him from getting this score back to his hand? chalice, perhaps? So still no normal summon from Nyx. Officially a normal summon from Nyx. Here is Soprano, the melodious songstress, making its way to the board once again. Why is she all green, though? Sonata special summon, Boosty Boost. And it's just going straight into the battle phase. He is big enough to take down this Cyber Slash Harpy Lady. Let's see what that back row is and what it can do. Paleozoic Canadia. Slash Harpy Lady gonna activate its effect. Shopina going back to the hand. Says, you're not hitting me for 2,800. Now that score is face down, the attack is reduced on Soprano, no longer getting a 500 point boost. Paleozoic Canadia once again says, you go face down too, I don't like the look of you. Honestly, maybe don't put her face down, she's already green, let her get some fresh air. Look a little nauseous, a little envious. So to this point, Nyx is actually winning the game of card advantage. I mean, Hokem has to do something that's going to threaten this board. Put things in the grave, stop bouncing them back to the hand, and don't let this man score you. You know Nyx is desperate to score. You know that already. We've seen his face. Paleozoic Canadia on the offensive. One more set in the back row. Is there any telling what it could be? Going in deep with the Cyber Slash Harpy Lady. There seems to be some kind of damage step or damage calculation delay. You know, Hokem's thinking, I have to force this score somehow. And right now, all of his stuff's in defense. I don't lose my Cyber Slash Harpy Lady because I've flipped all these things face down. Nyx is going to use the score to save that Soprano. Now, how does he get through it? That's the only monster that could clear it. Gonna end the turn just like that. Soprano, the melodious songstress, flipping back face up. Soprano going to use its effect. Fusion Summon. It's a Schuberta, the Melodious Maestra. Make your entrance, Schuberta. Damn, she got a thick old bottom end on her. Look at that. any delay from the back row here for Hokem. He did set a card last turn. Here comes the Book of Moon. Gonna flip down Shiberta, the obvious choice. Shiberta using its effect, though. Gonna get a boost before it goes down. Its effect can only be used once while it's face up on the board, so if it does get flipped back face up later, it actually will be able to use that banish effect once again. But that clears Hunting Ground and Feather Rest from the game. That could be a big deal going into these later turns. That means no more back row removal unless he's running something like Mystical Space Typhoon, and no more drawing cards, so he can't recover these cards with Oracle. And also, if he runs out of Egotists, he's out of Egotists. Like, there's no more targets if he uses them up. But of course, Nyx has to live long enough to make that matter. Going in with Cyber Slash Harpy Lady once again. Nyx still has 2 cards in hand. There could be another score, and it looks like there might just be. Oh man, that's 2k to the mouth. That could be game. If that's a score, this could be all over, but no, the Shiberta goes down. There might be a Chalice or a Lance on the side of Hokem then. 1400 and 1200, not quite game yet, but there could be a Swallow's Nest behind any corner, lurking. Yeah, I agree, Mike. I think that's it really strongly affects the grind game. It was Shiberta's effect again. Oh, true? Mike. Damn, bro. It is indeed a damage step effect. Oh man, I know who typed that. Oh man. Oh man. DLM. Thunder Dragon chat. Scroll. Scrolling. Scrolling. I don't see it. What the way? It's gotta be here. It's gotta be. Interesting. Okay, I don't see where it's coming. Whoa, that's an Ostinato, bro! Level 30 reward! Ostinato coming through. This could be game right here. Bloom Dive of the Melodious Twire. Wait, she said blossom? Oh yeah, blossom as in the verb blossom, not the name blossom. Sorry guys, I figured it out. Yo, Dragon, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that very much. Bloom Dive going in deep on that Cyber Slash Harpy Lady. Will it connect? God, I wish I had connection with a woman like that. Wait, what? Swallow's Nest! Cyber Slash Harpy Lady, one of the only threats to this Bloom Diva. And here comes the Harpy Lady 1. Curious choice. One more set in the back row. Every time he sets something, it's bad for Nyx. Going in for game. Does he have it? Cyber Slash Harpy Lady. Necro Fusion from the center back row, and it is a prismatic Necro Fusion. He is going to make another one. Look at this grave, man. He can make anything he wants with that. It's going to be Schuberta, the Melodious Maestra. Make your entrance, Schuberta. But it's only got 2400 attack. Is the back row live for Hokem? He needs it, man. Here comes another Sonata, 2900 for Schuberta, going in on Harpy Lady 1. What is that back row? 100 damage. Here comes Schuberta. That back row is nothing. It's the Egotist. He said a bluff Egotist. Goes in, says, I don't even need the boost, son. Yo, Harpy Chandler big right now. Chandler for Chandler. Wasn't even a top deck. He's not even lucky. Just got it like that. Here comes Perfumer once again. Perfumer can search out an Egotist. This is what I thought was weird, right? So when he Swallows Nested, he went and grabbed Harpy Lady 1, even knowing that his rest was banished. I thought that was really strange because he can't recycle it, and he has Egotist now in the hand. But like, this is a really awkward spot, right? So like, if he runs out of these Harpies, he can't Egotist anymore. And this game has been dragging on. Like my time in Folsom Prison. Schuberta going to use its effect in response to the Elegant Egotist, and that does chain block the Cyber Slash Harpy Lady. Big brain moves. Going in the battle phase, trying to take down that Sonata. Schuberta's still bigger than Cyber Slash Harpy Lady though, and that is not a Swallow's Nest. And that's 2 Cyber Slash Harpy Ladies down. If this goes down, there's very likely not a third, and Nyx can start running away with this. It goes down, no more rest. No more Cyber Slash Harpy Ladies from a standard list. So now he's down to Exceeds only. And very likely too, that set card is going to be Egotist, and it's the only one live. It's the only one left. Perfumer activated its effect. No searches. Going in for Malevolent Sin. Nyx only with 200 life points left. Gonna banish Schuberta. It's a World Legacy Clash! But again, he only has 200 life points. There's a Canadia on the board. It's going on the offensive. It has turned to attack position, and it's going in. Does Nyx have anything live? It's a second Prismatic Necrofusion. Wait, what? This man has 2 Prismatic Necrofusion? Bruh. Why even? Banishes Mozarta and Soprano. Here comes Schuberta once again. And my boy Hokum, you better scoop it up. That is 2 Schubertas on the board, bro. They both have live effects. Clash just reset the effect of the Schuberta. Dude, he can banish everything. These are thick broads, and the Mystical Space Typhoon. He said, I already know this one's a bluff. That one's probably a bluff too. They're both Egotist. Okay, that one was a Fiendish Chain. I lied. Whatever. Schuberta going in. Does he boost for BM? He does not even bother, and Nyx moves to 4-0. And the Harpy counter deck has failed. Down 0-2 to Melodious. So Pharaohs currently leading 6-2 on the scoreboard, and Melodia's proving to be an issue here for the Legends. Like I said, there's a lot of threats in that deck. Is it the best deck out of the new box? I mean, it seems to be the only one that top teams are bringing. We know Luke topped with the SJ and the MCS. Nyx is having the week of his life. Yo, don't forget, Nyx went like 5-0 last week as well. And he's been playing the game since like 2017. He was like, I think, an early weekly champion. This man's been around for a minute. I'm pretty sure he has over 100 wins in Team Wars. Nyx is at the best moment of his career. He's unstoppable. He's doing and happening. He's flying high like a bird. There's no way he can lose this duel. Well said, Greg. Well said. I'd say I couldn't have said it better myself, but I think I did. And guys, don't forget, I taught Nyx everything he knows. Yeah, you did. Okay, sure. I just looked in Discord and I saw that Blue Magic requested a change of mat and sleeves from Nyx because it looks ugly on stream. This man. He said, Nyx, put some effort in. Dress better, son. You're representing the world right now. Everyone's watching. All eyes on you. Yo, Melodia is proving to be a problem for the Legends. Like, look at what's happening right now. They just sent in Harpies, burnt a repeat, went 0-2, and now they're struggling. They're like, what do we send in? Like, Harpies did nothing. We had tons of back row. We had everything that should have been a problem for that man, and it just wasn't. Like, what do we do now? You can see the struggle in the amount of time left between games. It's going to be Trooper. Trooper recently following him on Twitch, which that has been known, proven, clinically proven, to give better results in duels. Now, that it only affects like opening hands and things like that, but what guarantees a win, a 2-0 win, is actually subscribing. No, donating hundreds of dollars. It's a true story. Happened to a friend of mine. Alright, it's going to be Harpies again. Double set in the back row. And Nyx going second once again. And this time, no Harpies being summoned. You have to suspect they're in the hand. But he's like, okay, monsters on the board, sitting duck. Me not having Harpies hunting ground means he's just doing all this stuff on his turn. He's setting all these cards. I can't do anything with them. It's like, we need to do something about that. So here's what he did. Said, I'll set 2, pass the turn, won't blow up my field spell, so then I have something to deal with his junk on his turn, Here comes Mozart, the Melodious Maestra. And Chopina. This is the second time he's opened this, by the way. Trooper thinking about this. He's like, do I flip that Chopina? Bro, she's playing air piano, but it's actually got keys. That's crazy. It's going to be a treacherous trap hole. Confirmed 1 egotist, 1 tretch. Or 2 tretch, 0 egotist. Big brain. So Nick's just going to set 1 pass. That's really big, actually, for a Trooper. Being able to get rid of... This Soprano is in the grave currently. Yo, Jonesy, thank you for the follow, bro. So this Soprano is currently in the grave. And these are the cards you would use to, like, get that back. Like, you use this to summon another Soprano, get the Soprano back. Okay, except Soprano. Whatever. Use this to get this back. Or get one of these and get this back, then this gets that back. There we go. Figured it out, guys. But either way, these two are your recovery options. So, he's got to do something fancy here. And he's only got 1 set right now. Okay, so it looks like he actually doesn't have any Harpies. This man is just setting Book of Moons at this point. There's an MST from Nyx. He's going to hit that center card. Show me Book of Moon. It's a Trimid Pulse. It's not even freaking Harpies? I took the bait. I've been baited. It's Trimids? I do have to say, excellent pick here from the Legends to bring Trimids. Trimids, with a King Golem, really should be doing the work to stop that that score from doing its thing in the damage calculation. Here comes the Dancer. Now, Dancer can shuffle back that Trimid Pulse too. Get a little boosty boost. Just going to go straight to the battle phase. Not even gonna bother, since I don't care. Don't need that. 1100 to the face, bro. Solo the Melodious Songstress. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. When it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a Melodious monster from your deck, except Solo the Melodious Songstress. Oh, she's got dripping down her thighs there, but I think there's a feminine hygiene product to stop that from happening during that time. Trimid Pulse. World Legacy Clash going to save his Solo. And with no King Golem on the board, Trimid Cruiser. Okay. There's the King Golem. I was going to say, King Golem needs to be on the field so the Solo doesn't float into another Melodious. Alright, King Golem aboard means that Solo will not be floating. Triamid Master sitting at 2,800. That's a big boy. And Nick's just going to scoop that one up. Says, yeah, you got that one, bro. But how do you add a Necrofusion or something? Any way to get into a Bloom? How does Triamid out that? Troop with the 1-0. Gonna put the Legends back on the scoreboard here. 3-6. Still Pharaohs in the lead. Nick's forced to go into deck number 2. Alright, Nick's on deck number 2 versus Triamid. Oh. He's back off the table. He says, no, I'm not ready yet. Changing up my deck list. Adding tech cards. Putting Cosmics in. Cosmics are in the deck. He's back on the table. Also, I just realized how Triamid without the Bloom. It's actually really not complicated at all. They play a lot of level 3 rock monsters. Harpy's Hunting Ground activates. So Trimids get to go first here, get to try to set up a board. It's going to set one and pass. I mean, just setting cards and passing worked out for him last turn. Let's see how this works out this time around. Fire, Formation, Tenkai. I wonder what Yami Yugi tanky playing deck could possibly be run by the MCS champion Nyx. It is, of course, Luna Lights. And he drops an Emerald Bird, Yellow Martin. Oh my gosh, this guy. I mean, if you see a guy search a purple butterfly when he activates Tenki, you know you're going to be in for a rough time. Yellow Martin back on the board. Does he have the Luna Light Fusion? Of course he does. He just freaking searched it. Activates Luna Light Fusion. Sends 3 to the grave. It's the purple butterfly. Oh boy. Oh boy. Emerald Bird. Gonna bring back the purple butterfly. No, he's gonna bring back the Yellow Martin. Okay. He's just gonna swing like that. Of course, because purple butterfly would have been negated. Guys, why do you not correct me before I say these dumb things? So here's where I go wrong, right? So I always forget that White Rabbit does not negate the effect when it summons something, but Emerald Bird does negate the effect. So I oftentimes get confused with those two things. Which one negates and which one doesn't. But maybe I should remember it this way. You can't spell the word negator without green. And Lunalight Emerald Bird is green. Triamid King Golem on the board. Triamid King Golem on the board. And I think this might just be Sphinx from hand. 4,500 Sphinx. Nyx takes 1,000 points of damage. So how does Nyx out this Triamid Sphinx? you have to suspect that the back row can target your stuff and destroy it. Pharaohs might be pulling off the upset. It's possible. Can they pull off a come-from-behind victory with a 6-3 lead and a 5-0 record? That's totally true, Blue. It really was. It was like the perfect thing to have right then. Those two things, like, to get rid of that monster. He needed a way to get Sphinx on the board. I mean, he still has a back row, Heine. This could be Tretch, or it could be the other guy. Triamid Pulse. And he does have 3 field spells in the grave, so Pulse always a threat. It's a treacherous trap hole. But that does drop his Triamid Sphinx to 0. Bruh, if he has 2 more Lunalights in hand... Dude. Bruh, he has 4 cards in hand. He normal summons a Sphere Karibo, and he's swinging over with a Sphere Karibo. 200 life points remained. He could get knocked out by a freaking ball, bro. Dude, Nick's just chucking marbles at people. He sets a card. Dude, he could get dumpstered by a Karibo. This has got to be Triamid Pulse so he can bring back that Sphinx. David versus Goliath. Triamids is a favored matchup versus Lunalights because that Sphinx is a problem. It's like, who has the better tower? Tributes into a Tri-Fortress Tops. And he's going in. This is Tri-Fortress for game. Triamid Pulse. Target 1 Rock-type monster. Special summon it in defense position. Do we have an econ? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right, Blue? Like, Revive is like the biggest thing here for this match. Like, you just can't get rid of this freaking Sphinx. If Nyx had anything bigger than the Sphere Karibo, he had that game won. King Golem 1900. He can deal the final 19. King Golem will not allow hand traps, and that is a 4-6 score. And Trooper, showing why they brought him in. He is a Super Trooper. Nyx going 4-2. But really respectable score from the MCS champion. He gave the team an early lead. Gary says we knew his hand was full of hand traps, otherwise he would have butterfly for lethal on the first turn. True. Yeah, it's always versus those decks, it feels like, when you open all the hand traps, though. It's like versus Gaia, versus Triamids, in the old days versus Ancient Gears. You're like, oh, there's every copy of Sphere Karibo. Excellent. So Pharaohs now get to decide who they want to send in next to take on Triamids. They do have this counterpick advantage, right? Like, they're a full player up from the Legends. So they can try to pick something that could potentially streak. Like, that's the thing about Triamids, is you don't send them in expecting them to streak. You just have to send them in to get rid of something that's a problem. You know what I just realized too? Is if you look at this Pharaohs lineup, Shows is also an MCS champ from December. Dish was just MCS top 4 yesterday. And Trap is also on the roster. This man left the table. What's he doing? Suspicious. Fishy stuff. I wonder what the timer looks like for Pharaohs, because they did take a minute earlier before sending in Melodious. All right, looks like they're going to be sending in Trap Dexter. Trap was on the table, hopped off. Just want to make sure that he's playing the right deck. Always a smart move to make when you're in Team Wars. Don't want to give a game loss for something dumb, you know? Especially when you have this lead, you want to maintain it. Trap's here with the counter deck. He says he'll do his best. And let's hop into the game, shall we? Any minute now. Trap saying hello. I have a feeling that if he could, he would have that as hello with a question mark. Now he says he'll do his best. We are live. We have a spectate button. All right, looks like we got a Reggie Shark. So Water versus Triamids. Water being the counter pick to take down Triamids. Sets 1, sets 2, sets 3. Not going to end it on a diva. So Trooper knowing he's got to play through this back row. He's trying to decide what he does to get through all these cards. Trying to get a read on him, thinking, okay, load up the DLM website, search Water deck. What back row do they play? Commonly played, 86%. It's something. Normal summons Tri-Mid Master. He's ready to go. Legally cheating. Does anyone else legally cheat? It's called legally cheating if you don't let her catch you. Master's Effect activates. Got to target one of those back row cards. Cheatily legally. Dancer makes its way to the board. Gonna get that boosty boost. Unless, of course, he missed a Tretch, in which case he's gonna get blown the heck up. Triamid Fortress on the Boardtress. Now, of course, if he had a Tretch, he could activate it before Fortress resolves. Oh, he's going to do exactly that. Treacherous going to be chained to the Tri-Mid Fortress before the Tri-Mid Fortress has a chance to resolve. Both monsters going to get blown up. Does he have the Sphinx in hand? He does not. It's going to be one set end of turn just like that. MST again? MST again. I knew there was too much thinking involved on that end phase. Tri-Mid Pulse also hits the grave. He has one Tri-Mid Fortress. Now that does mean if he draws a field spell, he can start to rebuild. But here comes Deep Sea Diva, and maybe I spoke too soon. Into the Atlantean Marksman. And the Silent Angler. Baby, this game is over. Territory of the Shorks. Look at that boost from the Abyss Dweller. This man said, you thought I didn't have monsters? Marksman going in. Does he play, I believe it's called Heavy Infantry. Attack Squad. Heavy Infantry is something else. Okay, Attack Squad going in. 2,700. And that is going to be Trap on the scoreboard. Keeping that lead for the Pharaohs. It moves to 7-4. Trooper going 2-1. Still has a second deck remaining. Let's see if it can match up well against water. Splish splash. We not in the kiddie pool no more. It's like the driest joke about water that has ever been said. Pharaoh's just been so consistent this season. It's also weird to see Pharaohs have to beat Tri-Mids, considering, like, isn't that the home of the Pharaohs? Isn't it, like, in pyramids? Like, you know, seems like burning down your own house, you know? Bit odd. Alright, Trooper loaded up deck number 2, ready to take on Dexter for game number 2. And it is going to be a Yami Yugi. Boy, you better hope this is not Fire Kings. It is a 20-card Yami Yugi deck. It could be Luna. Shark going first once again. Here comes the Deep Sea Diva. Yo, Brims, what's good? Atlantean Heavy Infantry. So this guy is Heavy Infantry. I thought he was just called Atlantean Infantry, honestly. That's also where babies come from, by the way. You guys didn't know that? It's you pick them in an orchard, a baby orchard, and you pull the babies off of the infantry. Going to Exceed summon. It's going to be the Abyss Dweller. Quick effect pop. Graveyard negates. Well, more of a graveyard you cannot activate. So one thing, actually, it always tilts me when I'm like reading or hearing somebody talk and they'll say that like something negates, but they have negation in like a conflation with just being unable to be activation. Like, it's not the same thing. Like when you swing in with a Tri-Mid King Golem on the board, you're not negating back row, you're just preventing it from activating. Six Samurai Shien, that negates back row. Yo, he just passed. He said, okay, you go. Says, give me D-draw. So this suggests to me that it's probably Lunalight. Normal summons the Atlantean Attack Squad. He's going to go in just like that. Says, I'll give you D-draw. Go ahead. Says, take it. You've earned it. Attack Squad hits for 27. Will the Abyss Dweller land? There has to be a Sphere Karibo, right? It's an Arcana Force Temperance. Bro, don't hit Temperance. She's only 14. Destiny Draw activates. Will select any card from his deck. What is the perfect card in your Luna Light deck? Luna Light Fusion activates. Abyss Dweller gonna activate its effect. Book of Money on the Abyss Dweller. So not only is he gonna stop the effects from happening in the grave, he's also saying you better have 3 Lunas in your hand right now. 1, 2, and 3. It's 2 foxes and a purple butterfly. Here comes Saber Dancer sitting at 3,600. Nothing goes to 0. Infantry has nothing to pop. And he's going straight to the battle phase like that. Can Dexter do anything about that Saber Dancer? So for anybody wondering in the chat why that happened, why he couldn't send something from the deck, he flipped down the Abyss Dweller so Luna Light Fusion couldn't use the effect. You can send a monster from your deck to the graveyard. Well, deck or extra deck. Just gonna pass the turn like that is the Trapmeister. Oh, Luna Light White Rabbit coming in big for Trooper. Crimson Fox on the board once again. Now this does reduce the attack of the Saber Dancer. Doesn't gain any attack for the monsters on the board. Only in the grave or banish pile. Targets both back row cards. Successfully bounces both. You can't really do anything about that White Rabbit though, so that is an attack position liability unless this card in hand is a Sphere Karibo. My man is thinking hard about this. Oh my gosh, he activates Fire Formation Tanky. He's going in for game right now. He adds Luna Light Yellow Martin to the hand. Martin activates its effect. Gonna bounce back the White Rabbit. That puts 2 level 4s on the board. So now he can Exceeds into a Malevolent Sin, banish the monster, and swing for game. If Dex had a book set, you know he's punching air right now because he could have flipped that White Rabbit face down and never would have had to worry about this spot. But here we go. Malevolent Sin makes its way to the board. Big, creepy Crawly banishing your monster. And that's going to be it. Saber Dancer goes in. We know there's no hand traps in water decks. Trooper moving to 3-1 on the scoreboard, making it 5-7, creeping ever closer to a tied game. With Trap going 1-1, but still has a second deck to come in and see if he can handle these Lunas. What a lunatic, this guy. Alright, Trap loaded up deck number 2. He's ready to go in. You have to think, if Pharaohs has Nyx on the roster, they came prepared for Luna Light, right? There's no way the guy that won MCS with Luna and the guy that was top 4 in MCS with Luna were going to come in unprepared for Luna. Alright, so Little Yugi coming in for Trap. You gotta suspect that that's Gaia. And Trooper going in with his Luna Light deck. 20 card Destiny draw. We know he plays Temperance. Probably not playing the Trifortress tops. And that could be a big difference maker. See, that's one thing. Like, Temperance and Trifortress tops are two decks that are two techs that you put in the deck for different matchups. And this is not the matchup that you want Temperance. One set from Troop, and it's going to be the Tenki. Flips it up immediately. Let's see what he digs for. Luna Light Fusion straight away. Interesting, he added Emerald Bird. And he's just going straight in with Cat Dancer. So he's not going to summon, he's not going to dig for an extra card. No draws, just all he wanted was to get a Cat Dancer that can't be destroyed by battle on the board. Normal summons Harpy Channeler. It is not even. It's not even Gaia. Trapped Extra with the big brain bluffs. It's freaking Tagios that Bagios, bros. This man had me tricked. Cyber / Harpy Lady, still 4 cards in hand. There's the Elephant Eagle Tits. Say bye-bye Cat Dancer. Says nice Luna Light Fusion turn 1, nerd. You got 1 card in hand. There's nothing that can protect this Luna Light White Rabbit right now. 1 set in the back from Trap. This is a horrible situation for Luna Light to be in. Weird swing order from Trap Dexter. 3,100 damage. Swallow's Nest. He says, I don't care about the swing order. I'm already checking for Sphere Karibo, nerd. And here comes the Oracle. Oracle able to add the Egotists in the end phase, and that's it. That's game, baby. Trap taking the win, getting rid of Luna Lights. Because it turns out they did come prepared. So 2 players left for the... No, 1 player left for the Legends as the score moves to 8-5, and Yosh will be our next player to join Trap on the table and see if we can take out ties that bind Harpies. Guys, if you get a second at any point today, you see Duel Links Team Wars, make sure you head on over to their Discord, hop on over to the Duel Links Team Wars main channel, hit the subscribe button, get those custom emotes, and make sure you support the league referees and whatnot. Also, I think there's a 3v3 tournament coming up soon. I would definitely go to the Discord to check that out, because I think there's like $100 on the line for GG Tour, something like that. Some good cash money. You can pair up with 2 of your best friends, or 2 people you hate that clap. It's honestly too bad for me. Like, I don't have friends, obviously. You guys can tell. So, like, it's the same thing. Like, it'd be like prom for me. Like, I would have to, like, have my mom hook me up with my cousins or something so I can, like, have a team to play in the tournament. But you guys are way cooler than me, and you guys have friends, and you can play those tournaments, and you could win $100 or something like that. Trap says he'll do his best. And you know what? I think that's all the Pharaohs ask. Just, Trap, do your best. I'm going to take a short break for nature. I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen, and we will get this match underway. There seems to be a small delay, so give me just one moment, and I'll be right back. Alright, little update here. So Yosh vs. Trap is underway. However, Yosh has taken a game loss for timing out. It's currently a 9-5 score for Pharaoh, and Yosh has to pick one of his remaining decks and go in with that. It is 9-5 score in favor of the Pharaohs. Head judge ruling. So Yosh down one spot in the anchor. He is coming in with Fire Kings, destroys Barong, adds Arvada, and he's off to a good start here. Double set in the back row. That is pretty solid. Barong obviously adding Garunix. Hunting Ground from the hand by Trap straight into a Mystical Space Typhoon. So it's not, nah, you're not playing with that. Harpy, Channeler. Book of Moon, activating, gonna set that Arvada. Are they gonna trade books right now? Straight into a Swallow's Nest. Chain Link 2 Swallow's Nest. Playing around Floodgate? Harpy Perfumer. Perfumer activated its effect straight into a breakthrough skill. back in Swallow's Nest. It says break this, bud. What did he pop for Island? He popped a Barong Searched Garunix shells. And, this is our graveyard trap here. Into the Oracle. Does Mr. Dexter play Abyss Dweller in his extra deck? Let's find out. I mean, with no cards in hand, it's not like he's going to be going Slash, right? No, he's just going to end the turn just like that. Harpy's Feather Rest. Back to the hand. Says, I like drawing cards. Arvada flipping back face up. Fire King Islands effect. A desperate Feather Rest. It's looking bad for the trap. I mean, his name is Trap Dexter. You have to suspect that he has some form of trap in this back row, right? Man, Yosh, Fire King God, pops another Garunix, adds himself another Arvada, and he summons that Arvada. Treacherous Trap Hole. You can only use each effect of Fire King Avatar Arvada once per turn, so won't be floating again. And trap on 900 life points and a Dream. Garunix for Garunix. Adds an Onslaught of the Fire Kings to the hand. Is this the second Fire Kings that the Legends brought today? One set in the monster card zone, and that's not looking good. We do see that Trap was on one Tretch, one Egotist, and Tretch not doing a whole lot here for him. This man Yosh just keeps playing. Like, I got moves, I'm making them. One set in the back row, Arvata going to go in. Will it connect? Straight into a Book of Moon. Trap gonna live to tell the story, at least for another turn. And that's going to be the scoop as Yosh takes the win. He is now 1-1, unfortunate due to a timer, but all he needs is Fire Kings. Trap going 3-2, nice positive score for the Pharaohs, remaining consistent. And they still have Shows and Dish in the back. Let's see which one they decide to send in. Will we see MCS champion Shows from December 2021, 2020? Or will we see MCS top 4 from freaking yesterday, Dish? What a stacked squad these guys are. Look at them. They're all Pharaohiness. Guys are taking a while. Could you imagine seeing another one in Trap X3 and MCS? Oh yeah, buddy. Dude, I do not want to see another game lost due to time. It looks like we have a member in the team. Oh my gosh, words are so freaking hard. We have a player on the table. It's freaking Dish. Let's go. That is I'm Dishonorable on Twitch. Sometimes shortened to Dish, other times shortened to I'm Disho. Alright, Dish going first. So he's playing 20 card Yami Yugi. Activates Galop and Gaia. It's going to be Gaia versus Fire Kings, perhaps. Curse of Dragon Fire. Adds the Gaia, the Magical Knight, to the hand. So he's got the full combo. Thinking long and hard. He's like, man, I'm playing Gaia. There's a lot of paths you can take in a situation like this. We have information on 2 cards in his hand. They are both fusion materials for a Gaia fusion. And he is going to pass the turn just like that. He says, I don't believe Fire Kings can OTK. But he says, I believe I can OTK Fire Kings, who have apparently bricked because there's no freaking way you don't put anything on the board versus Gaia when they can literally kill you. Summons Gaia the Magical Knight. Special summons Curse of Dragonfire. In face-up defense position, activates the effect. He is not going to pop his own Galloping Gaia field spell, because that would be insane. That's what wins him this game. Gaia the Magical Knight of the Dragoons. It's prismatic as well. Beautiful. This guy playing on Gold's account. And this game's over. GG. 1600 cannot activate any effects during the battle phase. Didn't even need the skill. And that is an OTK for the man Dish. Undefeated Dish. And also undefeated Pharaohs. Yosh going 1-2 with that deck 1 loss due to timer. That's a 10-6 score to finish this war. And what an impressive showing for the Pharaohs this season. 6-0 with a plus 22 round differential going into week number 7. These guys are insane. Blue says goodnight, bye. True. Alright, well there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be it for the stream. Let's see if there is anybody online who we can raid. Is there any other wars going? Is that it? Alright, head on over to DLE, I guess. Much love to you guys. Enjoy the tournament. Looks like Buns is playing. So have yourselves a good evening, and I'll see you next week. Hype says interview Shows. He went undefeated. He sure did. Yo, GG's Trooper. You did great. 3-2 scored. Nothing to be ashamed of. Go take the team out behind the barn and start whipping them into shape. You got this, buddy. Good luck for the rest of the season. Good luck to the Pharaohs as well. Hope they get to keep their streak going. They're having a fantastic season. You'd hate to see it fail. Enjoy Duel Links Entertainment's Battle Step Tournament. Later, boys.